Good morning, everybody. It's me, Rodney, and
it's me, Missy, with Rusty Relics. And it's Friday.
It is Friday.
It's Friday. So we're live today, and I have kind of a fun project. We'll see if y'all like it. I'm kind of using the decoupage of. I am using the decoupage of the month papers, is which I can show you those and show you what we're gonna do, and I think it's gonna be fun. So we'll see. Yep.
Good morning, Lorna. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Donna. Kat. Good morning from me and Turbo, Kat said.
Yes.
Margie, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Kathy, hello. She's saying hello from Belgrade, Montana today.
Wow.
Montana.
All right, let me show you the decoupage of the month paper so I can move the ones that I'm not using to the side and not mess those up.
Bring it forward some. There you go.
So the papers that I'm wanting to use today is a strawberry, and you can see I already took one off because I was just playing around. But this is the decoupage of the month papers for June, so they will be shipping out soon. You'll get the strawberries, which I'll put that in the bag. You'll get blackberries, you'll get lemons and limes, and then you'll get 3 background papers that you could use with these to like layer them up or just use however you want. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use the green one today, the blue, the red, and then the lemons and the blackberries. So a lot of fun, summery colors and stuff like that to play around with. I'm going to use the strawberries today and this paper. And I love strawberries, and everybody in my house loves strawberries, and I love the pop of red. I think it looks really good in the summertime. I cannot grow a strawberry plant, so I'm going to make a fake strawberry bouquet for the kitchen. That's what I'm calling it, is a fake strawberry bouquet for the kitchen. So what I have is, these are just random wooden utensils. You can get these at, the Dollar Tree or whatever. The little cutting board is just something that I've had laying around for a while, and I thought I'm going to use it today. And then I have a mason jar that is primed up and ready to be painted, so that's what I'm going to use. And then I have styrofoam. I've already been playing with like the placement of it and everything, so it's just in my jar. And what we're going to do is paint the jar, decoupage the jar, play with these wooden utensils and put them up here and put some moss, and then it'll be like a bouquet, if you get what I'm going for.
Kat said very cute.
Very cute.
Tina says she picked up her hutch already.
Dang, Tina, you was fast.
You was quick today.
Okay, so normally I would say, okay, I've been painting with cucumber ice, and it is cucumber ice. I really have been liking this color. It's not white. It has like a tinge of green or something like that.
I think it's got a hint of yellow.
Something. I don't know. I just really like it. And you can see I've almost went through this whole 8 ounce. I've used it on a couple of different furniture pieces, but I want to use it today on this piece too. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give...
Those strawberries make me hungry.
Yeah.
Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Jennifer.
I'm going to paint the inside of my spoons. Taping it off would have been the smart thing to do, but that means I would have had to find my tape, and that's the one thing I can never find. But the reason why I'm wanting to give it a white background is so that my image does pop. So I'm just going to... There we go. So just real simple like that. Same thing on this one. I'm just wanting to go ahead and give everything a nice background.
A nice bright white background.
Yeah.
Let's see, there we go. I moved it out of top channel. Tina says she loves this idea.
I think it's cute. I think it would be cute to do one, like if you had 3 or 4 mason jars, to make one, like, and then have them all, one for the lemons and limes, one for the blackberries, and one for the strawberries. I think it would be a cute little display, or like a tiered tray that could, these could set in. I think it would be really cute. And if you're wanting your spoons to look old, you could, use a brown wash on them and then let them dry. And just kind of give it a little bit of a darker brown if that's the way you want it to go, because these are all new.
Tracy said that would be very nice.
Very nice.
Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Karen.
I think it's going to turn out cute in the end, for sure. So, let's see. Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of notifications here.
There's a lot of Facebook notifications right now. I made a post on Facebook this morning, like at 6 o'clock this morning. And I think it's making its way around Facebook because for the past few minutes, our phones have been dinging. I had to text Emily and tell her to check the Facebook page and see. It's Friday though. Friday and Saturday is usually our busiest days of the week. So look, I think that's cute. I'm gonna leave this part like it is for right now. If I decide afterwards, I might go and I might paint it. Let me see how it. Yeah, let me see how it looks like that first. Oh well, I'm gonna go ahead and let those dry, and I'm gonna go ahead and get a coat of paint on my mason jar.
And it's already been primed.
Yeah, it's already been primed, so my chalk paint's gonna stick to it really good. And honestly, I guess I wouldn't have to go over it with the chalk paint because I am going to decoupage this jar. But just to make sure that it's fully covered, it's not gonna hurt. And then the decoupage paper actually doesn't wrap fully all the way around the jar. You'll see that, but it's gonna wrap good enough that that little piece in the back is not quite. It's not a big deal. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And they'll be doing mason jars at Craft Acropolis too, right?
Yes.
Donna said, I have lots of mason jars. And Kat said, you brought in some fantastic new pieces yesterday too.
I did.
Fenton lamp, two Fenton lamps.
Two Fenton lamps. I've been
two handmade stained glass, or not stained glass, but two handmade glass windows. And they used a Fostoria dish, the cubist pattern, and the centerpiece. Mm-hmm. It's really pretty.
It's really good. Yeah. It's like we've been working through the containers from that house and stuff like that. So it's like Christmas. You just go out there because we packed up so much stuff in such a quick time that we didn't really process what all we were packing up. And then you forget because it's so much stuff. So going out there and just picking a container, it's like Christmas. It's like a whole new present. You don't know what you're getting, and it's like, we spent
about an hour just looking for the shade for one of the top piece on one of the Fenton lamps. So it's pretty crazy.
It's
Margie said, I love everything I've been seeing on Facebook.
Yeah, it's really exciting to open up a container. Like I said, it's like Christmas. You just open up a container and you're like, oh wow, I forgot we got this. Or especially when we were both packing, like I didn't get to see everything that he packed up. So I don't know some of the things that caught his eye that he was getting. So it's like definitely a surprise in that way. You wouldn't even have to use, like this is a ball jar that we had just lying around. You could use any jar for this, like especially with the decoupage part. If I would have thought about it, I probably would have kept my old spaghetti jar from the other day, because it doesn't have any writing on it, or the pickle jar or something, and then decoupage. But I'm not.
The Berta Cooley or whatever it is, that brand spaghetti doesn't have it's not an embossed jar. It's a nice plain jar.
I just went with what I had, but yeah, if I would have thought about it, I would have kept the plain jar. So I guess it's just an excuse for me to cook spaghetti again. So I'm just going to set this to the side, and we're just going to let these dry, and they're not going to take long. And then I'm going to just start taking off my strawberries so I can figure out how I want to place them. And I get to use an amazing water pen that I received in the mail. And I thought that was super sweet. And you can get said water pen at May Made It.
Okay, so the girls are having a problem at the store. We have a lot of people asking about those windows, calling us. What do you want me to do? First person?
Something like that is just the first person that comes up there.
Okay. No holds.
There's too much interest in it, so you can't really hold it.
First person who comes. That's crazy.
It's like that.
Kat said I told him it's first come, first serve.
Yeah, that's how it has to be.
All right, Tina Adams said it's like Christmas every day.
Yeah.
Tam said, hello, friends. Happy Friday. Hello, Tam.
Hi, Tam. It's the good thing about posting on Facebook and the bad thing about posting on Facebook. Because like I said, I posted that post at 6 o'clock this morning. And it's 11 o'clock. We opened up at 10. So it's like whoever's waiting at the door at 10 is probably the person that's going to get it. Especially with it being on Facebook, we don't always see, like when we're busy with in-store customers, the in-store customers come first, and we don't always see what's happening on Facebook.
Yeah, you can work that Facebook page as much as you want to. Sometimes the messages don't come through. Sometimes they comment on the post instead of messaging us directly. Which is a much harder thing to do.
Most of the time it's just simple in-store customers, because when you're at the store working, your in-store customers are the ones that get your attention first, more so than the Facebook. So if the girls are busy and they've got,
yeah.
15, 20 people in the store, it's not easy for them to sit at the computer and stay on top of what's being posted on Facebook.
So is all your spoons and stuff going to have strawberries on them?
Well, what I'm doing is just going ahead and taking them all out. And then I can play with which ones I want to use.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That pen is so cool. How did you get that?
I got it in the mail from somebody ordered it.
So you got it as a, how would you say it? Anonymous gift.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Can you hear our clock?
Yeah, they can hear the clock because it's showing up big time.
It's off time. It's saying it's 11 o'clock.
I'm having trouble setting it.
So we got this clock from the house too, and we've been we set it up. We hung it up on the wall. I took a picture down and we hung it up on the wall to see if it worked. You never know, So Rodney's been, for the past couple of days, working with it, trying to get it to keep time. It gets, after 24 hours, after a day, it's off time.
Well, the first day, it was, in the first hour, it was off by 1 minute. And in the second day, it was off by about half a minute. Now it's off over 24 hours in 15 minutes. So I'm doing pretty good, I think.
Just figuring it out. We don't know. We don't really have any.
Margie said, I heard it as soon as it started.
So I really do like it. I don't know if I'm gonna let it go or not. I really do enjoy it.
Good morning, Judy.
I don't know so much if my kids enjoy it as I do. It might be an age thing. Like at what point in your life do you enjoy the sound of a clock like that?
You know what it does to me? It makes me look at it makes me look at what time it really is.
Yeah,
every time.
Now I'm more aware of the time.
Because it's like, golly, 15 minutes just flew by because that thing just rang.
It
goes off every 15 minutes.
I'm like, it took me 15 minutes to do this? Yep, it sure did. Look, I got all of my strawberries out. Look how cute they are.
Lisa said, I love that sound.
Using this fancy nifty little water pen that I very much appreciate. Is really awesome. So I'm also going to go ahead and tear my sides of this paper. Mainly I'm just letting my paint dry because of course I did not bring my heat gun. But if I have to get it, I will, but I might not have to. So I'm just tearing the edges.
Margie said, I had one, but it made me think of how fast my life is going by.
That's what, I mean, it does make you realize how fast time's going. Or how long you spend on that task.
Yeah.
Because yesterday I was just working on a few small things. I was looking for the lamp top to that Fenton lamp, and I ended up pulling that one little crate. And inside that crate was all those little things that were in there. And then I was intrigued.
A rocking chair clock. It was really cool.
I got so distracted by all those things. And then I heard the clock go off, and then I heard the clock go off again. I thought, what the heck am I doing? Let's say that it does make me more aware of that. It's really pretty though. I really do enjoy the sound. Really do. All right, I just tore my edges on the side so that way when we wrap it around.
Margie says she's so old she doesn't need that reminder.
So what I want to do is,
I don't need that reminder either. It reminds me how much time I actually waste.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I was looking at new security cameras for the store because people keep using our dumpster. And I don't know if you guys know, but dumpsters aren't cheap. And so I was like, I'm going to put a camera back there and find out who it is. So I spent probably, I'm not going to joke, I probably spent 3 hours looking at different security cameras because it became a rabbit hole. Because if you guys don't know, I used to work in that industry, and we did installations of security systems, cameras, access control doors. And that's so cute. When I start looking at that stuff, it's a real rabbit hole. Because I'm finding out how what used to be commercial only stuff, right, to big businesses, you can now get for small businesses. And it's a lot cheaper than it was. Used to, golly, an object placement camera would be like $800 a piece. And I found something where like $120. It was like, holy cow. And it detects whether something like this has been removed from a countertop. It's so insane. That's not what I was wanting to get. I just wanted a regular old, a regular motion camera.
I like the flowers on this one too.
But yeah, it turned into a big rabbit hole.
Okay, so what I'm doing is kind of just playing with and seeing what all I want to use.
Lorna said that water brush made time of that quick.
It did, absolutely. I really like how that looks.
Tina Adams said we put in a Lorex system. Great pictures. Now at the house we have Rio Link. At the store, I think we're going to go with GW. The brand I like the most is Hanwha Tech Win. But yeah, that's stuff like bank shoes. We won't be able to use that. But I'm looking at GW because they're an American company. And if we're going to be doing peer-to-peer, point-to-point sharing,
oh yeah, I think that's going to be cute.
Then I think it's important. Plus, I got to set a firewall up before I run it outside.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I think these are the strawberries I'm going to use because I really like the flowers on both of these. And I really like that big whole strawberry. So I'm just going to open up this Mod Podge. And I'm just going to put a layer of Mod Podge on my spoon, which seals up your chalk paint. Then
Margie said they got those water brushes, 3 in a package for about $6. I'm gonna get it.
I got this. This is the one. This is the one that I got, the Aquaflow.
And ours was purchased through May made it and sent to us anonymously.
Yeah, it was sent to us. I thought that was super sweet. Super, super sweet. I'm just going to use a little bit of Mod
Tina
Podge.
said they're expensive to put in. We have about 26 in our store. Yeah, luckily I still have... Luckily, to get in my position that I had at the company that I used to work for, I had to become an installer first. So I had to learn the whole process because that was part of the. If you want to be licensed to be in charge of it, you've got to know each step, and so I had to learn each step.
Okay, so you know these are the spoons are curved, so don't stress about the wrinkles and just don't overwork your paper. I think in this kind of scenario, in this situation, a little bit of wrinkle is just not gonna hurt. I don't think it's gonna hurt. But if you don't like that look, you know, maybe a bigger spoon or like these flat, these work. But the wrinkle is very small, and I think once it's all nice and dry, you're not even gonna notice them. But don't overwork your Mod Podge with your.
But yeah, right now I think we have 24. We're gonna add 32 before the end of the year. If I had it if I could do what I really want to do, I would put in 64 and have 2 PTZs, one outside in the back and one out on the sidewalk. Lisa said that Nuvo is an awesome water brush.
Very awesome. It made this a lot easier for sure.
Margie, I don't think anybody likes paying shipping, but unfortunately, I think shipping, not only is shipping raising and getting costlier, but I think that's the huge reality now. Because I was noticing the other day, I have Amazon Prime, and I had to pay shipping on something that I bought, and I was like, what just happened? But it was a third-party seller. So I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Take this over just a little bit more. Without moving my finger. There we go.
Because like even first class mail is shit. Like sending a flat envelope is not cheap. Kat said the glass windows just sold.
Wow.
Well, that makes life a lot easier on Facebook because you can say that item's already sold.
Yeah. They were pretty. They were really pretty. And that was the only 2. And I do have parrots.
Yeah, stained glass. We have actual
stained glass parrots.
Tam said we have great shipping rates and packaging is so well done. Thanks, Tam.
Thanks, Tam.
We We pack things like that because...
So I'm going to push those to the side so they can dry, and I'm going to work on my jar.
I bought a set of dishes off of Etsy, and they came in, and every single one was broken. And, no, I got that off of eBay. And then I ordered Vitrock off of Etsy, and it came in broken. And each time, each package, the reason why it was broken is because they didn't use any void fill. So there's a giant space in the box. So if I can shake the box after I pack it and it moves, it's getting repacked. I don't want it to move at all.
Do you see my cutter bee scissors over there?
Yeah, cutter bees are right here.
Yeah, let me
because
see
of the ink pen spill.
What I want to do is, so see how it doesn't wrap all the way around? It's just going to leave that much. But if it's sitting, so if you're sitting it in the middle, you're going to see it. But let's see. I want to work on something. Let me see if I can do something.
Maybe if you trim the bottom off.
What I'm going to do is cut this line as straight as I can.
You should have pulled out the doll paper cutter. Isn't that what it is? Dahl, D-A-H-L.
As straight as I possibly can.
Well, based on the kind of store that Tina has, I imagine she does get a lot of shoplifting.
And then that'll go right here. And then honestly, it's still too short. You see, I wonder if I should have went.
The grid size is the same. The grid size is the same. So if you run it up and down or left and right, it shouldn't matter. The only difference is since I did the watercolor flat.
So I could do it like...
No, you could be able to run it long ways up the top. Yeah.
But it'll be...
Because the grid was the same size grid.
Oh, like this.
Yeah. I needed to make it where it was, where anybody could use it however they could.
It's still going to be off.
Oh, but it's just because of the way it was cut. No, look, if you run it off this side, like this, right? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Why is it like that? This is the same size grid, and it's not scaled. It's a 16 by 16 grid.
I'm just going to do it like
now
that.
I'm confused.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, Tina said the shoplifting is insane, but our staff are great at catching a lot of them. Donna said, can't you just piece it in?
You probably could. What I'm going to do is get it going this direction. So that I can start wrapping it. One, two.
You know what it is? I know what it is. It's when
it?
I scaled it to go inside Draw. When I took it from Rebel to Draw for printing, because Draw does a better job of printing than Rebel 7 does. Rebel 7's better at the artwork, but Corel's better
so
at...
I'm just gonna... I'm trying not to... I'm just gently pushing it with my finger. The words are in the jar and everything. So there is that. But because this is rounded surface, it's going to be a little bit of wrinkled, but not. I don't think anything to stress about.
Oh no, that's not what it is at all. It's because a 16 by 16 grid on an 8.5 by 8.5 sheet of paper it's going to be rectangular. So no matter what, it wasn't going to work unless it was the same size.
When I went to,
and that's right.
When I was playing around with this idea, for me, it didn't really stress me out that it didn't wrap all the way around. It might stress somebody out, but it didn't stress me out. I was like, it's fine with me.
But yeah, that's what it is. It's because I set the grid up I set a square grid up on a rectangular object, which was 8.5 by 11 was the measurements I used. That's why it did that. So it will line up one way. Like if you piece it together in the same direction, it'll work.
Because yeah, for me, it didn't bother me because of where I'm wanting to put this at anyways. It was, you're not going to see the backside of it for me. That was just me. So that's why I didn't really.
But yeah, you could most definitely piece it in.
Stress me out. And as long as you're doing a thin coat of Mod Podge on your glass, you can kind of work it like this. But if you put a thicker coat and then you put your paper down, then yeah, the Mod Podge is gonna.
It's not going to conform to the surface.
It's going to come through your paper because of how rice paper is thin. It'll soak through it, and then it's not as workable like this. You can tear it.
Yeah, Lorna said you could stack it. If you cut it in the strips and stack it.
But for that, what I want to do is just see. I want to make sure, because I like the ball. So I'm just going to go over it. Make sure that I get my edges down here all the way done.
You know what? I bet a silicone, like if you wanted to use your fingertips to like mash that down even better without it sticking to your hand, I bet a silicone glove would work really, really good.
Yeah, or that's why they use saran wrap and stuff like that. But you can still overwork it even with that. So just, it's just one of those things that you have to just don't overwork it. Just because you can always come back and put another coat of Mod Podge on to make sure it's all glued down in that kind of way.
Lorna says she loves that green.
I do too. I do too. Let me get this side.
You did a good job of making ball pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Let that paper get wet and stretch it a little bit without overstretching it.
You can just kind of use your paintbrush and just push it into the lines without ripping it or overworking it. Just gently. That's what I'm trying to do with this line too, is that way. So if you decide to do this, either, if you can find a smaller jar for sure that your paper can wrap around, but if you're not going to see the backside of it, you can piece it in, no problem. Yeah, it's not really, to me, that stressful. So I'm just going to let this dry so I don't overbrush it. And I'm going to get, I'm going to put these paintbrushes in the sink real quick. Grab a piece of sandpaper and sand off these edges. Get my hot glue gun on because we're going to use that.
Her battery powered hot glue gun.
My battery yeah. Hot
it's a
glue
Mueller.
Yeah.
Or
let me get these.
I actually don't know what the brand is. I can't read that. I thought it was Mueller, but it says Melith. It takes a DeWalt battery, and since all my tools are DeWalt, it was the one that took it, so that's the one we got. Oh man, we had an ink pen bust in our pen in my cup, my cup, and yeah, it's gotten on everything that was in it, so it's all over me now. It's on my hands. Tina Adams says she likes that paper.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
It was Emily and Missy's idea.
What was?
To do those papers that way.
Yeah.
It was my idea for the stripe papers, because I was like, ooh, what if we make it look like a Smucker's jar? That would look good. Karen says she loves her cordless glue gun.
Mm-hmm. Just grabbed some 220 sandpaper. And I'm just going to go down the edges so that way I can clean that up.
Susie said, I missed the best part. I did not realize it was Friday already.
Look at that. That turned out cute.
Donna says she likes the paper too. And Kat said Emily is full of great ideas.
Emily is full of great ideas.
She's full of something.
Full of greatness. Sand those edges off. Let's see here. I might have to cut that. Let me see if I can just cut this instead of... And then we'll just... cut it to clean it. There we go. So I don't have to worry about sanding that. But I'll just go around the edges.
Overhead
that's
only.
Cute. I'm going to take my sandpaper here. It's not much, just a little bit.
And what grit is that you're using?
220.
220.
Mm-hmm. And this one too.
Lorna, we got ours off of Amazon. That's the only place I was able to find them. But they make all different kinds. They make kinds that take Milwaukee batteries, kinds that take Ryobi batteries. Actually, I think Ryobi actually makes a hot glue gun, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. Karen said hers is a Ryobi.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, ours is no name brand.
Just gonna, there we go. Clean this up. All right. So I think they're cute. So I think it'll be cute. Like that. That's kind of what I'm going for. Put those in the jar. I got my heat gun.
Tina Adams said this would make great gifts for my daughters-in-law.
It would, it would. And then what I want to do is take this twine and wrap it around the top of this jar. So what I'm going to do is careful, because normally I would wait for my paper and Mod Podge to dry all the way. So I'm just going to try to do it as carefully as possible. And just wrap that around. The top of my jar. And I'm just adding a little bit of hot glue as I go.
Here's a spoon.
I didn't use that one. I didn't need that one.
You didn't need it?
Mm-mm.
Old school wooden spoons are a lot thicker than these are.
They are. These are just cheap, like, you know.
They're so bendy, you wouldn't want to use them. These are just for decor.
I think so. Ugh, I got off my line. There we go. It might just be messy.
I'll tell you what, this spoon right here would not be a good whooping spoon because it would break really easy. And my mom's spoon, it did not break. I would say hers was a good whooping spoon. Lisa says, I love that tiny cutting board. It looks great.
I think it's cute too.
Missy loves all the tiny cutting boards.
I have a couple more of them. I'm kind of making this kind of messy.
Margie said her mama had one.
Yeah, like I said, if you were wanting to make them look older without actually using the old ones, you could use a brown wash of paint, something like that. Just water down your brown paint and I'm trying to keep that from sticking to my jar. And then just kind of like paint the spoon with the watered down brown paint and then wipe it off and let it dry, and then you would have the nice antique brown looking of the spoon if that's what you were going for.
Tina Montville said my mom's spoon didn't break either.
No. Where's the back of my jar?
Oh, I got the wooden spoon. I got the water hose. I got the the yardstick got broken in half and taped together. Yeah, I got it all. And I don't even think I was that bad.
Hot. All right, so I kind of did that. It might have been a little bit sloppy, but I'm just trying to not mess my jar up because my jar and decoupage paper is still wet. But I don't know how good the overhead camera is fixing to pick up this next part, just so you know, because like I want to stick these in here. So I don't know if that's... I kind of went ahead and pre-poked my styrofoam that I have, my foam or whatever, kind of pre-poked it so that way I knew exactly how I wanted them to be placed. And then I just want to kind of do that with my hot glue. I want to glue my cutting board. So let me pull this up a little bit taller so that way you can see that strawberry. So go like that. So I'm just going to use hot glue.
Tina said my grandfather had a razor strap. Everyone was good in my mom's family. Yeah, I bet.
So. And I want to stick this on here, and I'm just going to hold it until my glue dries.
Donna said my mom had a peach tree in the front yard, and we got to pick our own switch.
Mm-hmm. My grandparents had peach trees, so yeah. We also have fly swatters, so there was that.
I think getting hit I think getting hit with a switch was the worst.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add, oh, don't spill my Mod Podge. I'm actually going to add a slight bit of hot glue so that this cutting board is going to be glued to this one spoon.
Tracy just gave us a great idea.
What?
You take the spoons and put them in coffee, let them soak for a little while. Yes. And then it would give them a dark patina.
It would give them a dark patina. Yeah, definitely. You can age them. You can age the
That's
tea.
Actually a great idea.
Yeah. Just like, you can use coffee or tea, but coffee would be stronger for sure. So that is that. And then I have this. I don't have much of it, but I'm going to hope that I could feel the rest of this. I can hear it melting.
Susie said, "This is so neat. I spent much of the time trying to decide what the green on top was. That's what I get for being late." I don't know. Wasn't it? Was it in the? When did you put the
green? Yeah. It's just
when did you put it in a jar?
It's been in the jar.
Yeah.
I never took it out.
I don't think Missy ever explained it at the beginning.
I pushed it into the jar, and then it's a kind of a tight fit, and then I have these little metal things that kind of just like secure it or whatever, and I went ahead and pre-poked all of my holes into it. And it's kind of split on the side, so I know that if I go and take it out, that I might have a hard time putting it back in. So I was like, no, I'm just not gonna take it out. I'm just gonna let it be in there. So it's just look, my mama kept everything, and this is actually this stuff right here is actually out of her craft kit. Her stuff that she would find and keep. So I just use it, and this is part of it. But yeah, there's no telling how old it is. But once I put it in there, and then I stuck my spoons in there, I heard, you know how you can hear like styrofoam and stuff like that crack? Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to take it out. I'm just going to make it stay in there, and this will work. So this was perfect. It was a perfect cut circle, because when I stuck it in the jar, it just fit. And I was like, well, it was meant for me to do this project with this stuff. So yeah, I have, there's some things that was in Mama's paint stuff and her kit and all that kind of stuff that I obviously kept. But I do use it. And this is one of those things.
She's been wanting to do this. She actually wanted to do this Tuesday, but then we had to take the kids for their.
The kids had
their youth
trip. Our kids are going to a youth camp, and it's a big thing. They love it. It's like a 8-9 hour drive for them to get there. It's a big deal, and it's a lot of work to get it going. But it's so worth it. They have such a good time, and they enjoy it, and it's really good. They love it. So yeah.
Tina Adams said, "I have to make some of these for my daughters-in-law. They would love this."
You think so? So go to that camp.
It's on it already.
Yeah. So my jar is still wet. So I'm being very careful not to touch this. This is still wet. So definitely, if you do this, take your break and let this part dry. And if you do decide to patch up using the spare pieces of this, which absolutely you could, just work on it in sections, I think. Because you could do it. You could actually make it a line right here.
Yeah. And you could line it up with the other lines.
You could cut you could use this part, right? Cut that one, and then use another part and go down and make it connect, and then it would go all the way down. I probably will do that because I have that piece. But for now, I'm just going to let this completely dry. Another thing you could do if you wanted to, you could go over things with a little bit with a brown wax. If you have brown wax around the edges, if you're wanting to, especially if you coffee stain your wood, would just give it a more aged look if that's what you're going for, like a primitive type style. But that is my project. And I think it would be super cute if you had more jars. You could do it with the blackberries. And you could do a whole jar with the blackberries. You could do a whole jar with the lemons and limes. And then you have the red.
Just like the Smucker's logo.
Yeah, and you have the blue. So you can pick and choose. Because like I like the blackberries with the red. And I love the lemon and limes with the blue. But if you like the green and the blackberries, they would go good together too, I think.
Dawn Hill, good morning. Kat said, too precious, very summer.
Thank you. Thank you. I thought it's very cute.
Jennifer Smith said, I love this.
Yeah, so I can't grow strawberries, but I can
We grew strawberries
grow
one
a
year.
strawberry
They never got
bouquet
bigger than this,
with
though.
the kitchen utensils. I thought it was cute. I like it. I think you could definitely do this at Christmas time too. Like I definitely can see this being like a seasonal project because you could do the cookies. You could do a little cookie here and a little mouse here, a Christmas mouse, a nutcracker or something like that.
What's a Christmas mouse?
A Christmas mouse eating a cookie. That's what I say, a Christmas mouse. I think it would be cute.
Donna said it's so cute. Tina Montville said, what a beautiful craft. Love it.
Thank you.
Sarita Shinliver said, hi. Dawn said, I have jars of napkins. Thank you for sharing this.
Yes, napkins. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tina Adams has a good tip. If you want it to be a lighter color, you soak them in tea instead.
Yes. Tea would be lighter, a lighter brown, and the coffee would be darker. But both would definitely give you an aged look. Especially if your style is primitive, that would definitely go well with that. I think these would for sure.
And if you're looking for these papers in specific, it's part of the Decoupage of the Month Club. And you just visit the RustyRelicsClub.com.
Yes, and you'll get these papers every month. Or not these, you'll get a set of papers every month. We'll release new sets of papers every month.
Yep.
And this month for June's papers are these papers right here. So
strawberries, blackberries, lemons, limes.
And how much is Decoupage of the Month?
$18.95.
$18.95 a month. Yep.
And they ship no later than, it says no later than the 10th on the thing. Usually I ship it all out within the first couple days.
Yep. I think they're cute. A few things that we did want to talk to you guys about before we head out is next week is VBS for us. So we definitely will not be making the Friday live because our VBS is during the day. So I will not be able to do that because I'll be at church. So VBS next week. So we won't be here Friday, but with our summer schedule, the way that our kids are so involved in so many activities and we still have summer football practice and all that kind of stuff, I think we are going to go down to one live a week. So that at least for June and July until they get back into school and that kind of stuff because their schedule just gets a little bit crazy. So we'll definitely post. We're trying to figure out what Tuesday or Friday, which one works the best.
Probably Tuesday would be the one that we phase out temporarily. But yeah. Lorna asked, could you lay the fruit over the plaid?
Oh, yes, definitely. I think you could if you wanted to add a strawberry down here. What I would do,
fussy cut it.
If you wanted to fussy cut it and then lay it on there, you could seal this up with a layer of Mod Podge, really thin layer of Mod Podge. Let that dry, and then go over it with a thin layer of white paint. Or, if you know exactly where it's going to go, you can just white paint over that. That way it gives it a little bright, because once you get this wet and with the Mod Podge and stuff, your stripes are going to kind of show through. But these papers are so vibrant in color, they don't really bleed through a lot.
No.
But
the white will, the white background, because it has no color on it.
Yeah, any white on this is going to let the green show, but there's not that much on this, so it's really not that big of a deal. But yeah, if you wanted to, I'm trying to see, if you wanted to just add a little bit of strawberry on there, you definitely could.
I think it would look good. I think the blue would look good with the blackberries.
Yeah.
I also thought the red would look really good with the strawberries.
I think they all complement each other. I think you could work them into each other. But I think having, like, if you had a set of 3 of these, I think that would definitely be cute. Yeah, but this one was my project for today.
And Tina Montma brought up a really good point. We also have Craft Acropolis this month.
Yes, June, the last week of June. So we will not be live that week either. Our summer schedule is very busy, and that's between the store and events and the things that the kids have going on. I mean, our kids are very active in their youth group, and they have neither one of them drive yet. Neither one of them are 16. So they still need a ride and a pickup, and that's where it gets hard as far as scheduling goes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we may do pop-up lives just out of the blue.
Yeah, we may do pop-up lives, but
I know for next week we're not going to do Tuesday or this upcoming week we're not going to do Tuesday or Friday.
Right, it's VBS next week, so that's where we'll be next week.
Yep.
But we'll work our hardest on putting videos out for sure, especially on small stuff. But more than likely it's just going to be our Friday live, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. At least for right now.
For the summer, yeah.
With so much stuff that's going on, because we got a lot happening at the store. You guys obviously know because y'all watch our videos. Y'all know what we got going on.
Yeah. Just
busy. The kids.
The summer. It's just busy. But we'll still be here. Don't leave us. We're still here.
Yeah.
But yep.
Use your imagination. Said hi, everyone. Hi. Lorna said, you have to live your life.
Absolutely.
Kids come first. Well, thank y'all so much for y'all's support.
Yeah.
And thank y'all for watching our video today.
Always. We always appreciate when y'all hang out with us, but we'll still be here. We're not going nowhere. It's just schedule change, just trying to figure it out, but we'll be here. Y'all just stay with us.
And if y'all are going to make this spoon thing.
If y'all make this, send us pictures. I would love to see it.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I would love to see how y'all spin these. Yeah.
If you need any help or have any questions that you want to ask, you can always just message us, okay?
Always.
And we'll see y'all not next Friday, but Friday after next.
We'll see y'all next time, guys.
Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night or a great weekend. Be safe, and God bless.